yesterday's price is not today's price.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. This is the Maverick Podcast. I am your host, DJ Maverick. Today, we have a return artist in the building, the one and only Nat Ramos. Welcome to the podcast. We were talking, it doesn't feel like it's been that long. You were saying it feels like it's been longer, but it's been like 6 months.
I thought it was like a year.
You thought it was that long? To me, it didn't seem like it's 6 months. It just like flew by. But yeah, a lot of stuff has happened.
Yeah, I got a lot of good feedback from the first time I was here.
You did?
Like a lot of people I haven't even like talked to in years, like they reached out and told me that they listened to it and they really liked it. It was awesome. It was really cool.
Yeah, I feel like it was like a natural flow, like, you know, it was just like a normal conversation. You were natural behind the mic, right?
Yeah,
so,
I talk a lot.
Yeah. It's all good. Some people like everything's cool until the cameras turn on, and then it's like they get all professional, they stiff up, right? But you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, let's just freestyle. Right?
Yeah, I'll just be myself. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's cool. I've seen that you've been super busy, lots of art shows, right? So tell me a little bit about all the art shows that have been going down.
So me and JB, we threw the Women of Color art show. That one was really cool. We were able to use a Lori Chanel space for that. So I appreciate them a lot for letting us use that. And that one was really cool. I got to meet a lot of different artists, and that one was like kind of like the first one I ever was like, you know, running it, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So it was really, really cool. And then we're going to do the Clara Looper one again. That's going to be in August. But I did that one. I was in that one with JB last year, and that one went really cool. After that, like, things kind of just took off. Yeah. You know, it's kind of how...
you, like, sold some paintings and stuff, or what?
At the Women of Color, I sold all my paintings. But at the Clara Looper one, I didn't. But when I was there, I kind of, like, got to network, got to talk to people. And then kind of after that is when JB was like, all right, come on, let's just work. So, like, it's been pretty cool. So
that's cool. I'm glad that you're getting exposure. You know, I always see, like, your sketches and stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
But you were saying that you haven't painted a lot, right?
I haven't. I don't think I, like, painted anything.
What's up with that? You're just, like, not inspired lately, or what?
I'm busy. I'm really busy. It's kind of what I feel like. And, like, when I paint, like, some people can, like, rush it, and it takes me a long time. Yeah. So I have a lot of stuff, like, in my notebook to, like, paint, and I'll probably do it, like, in July, because I have, like, a little break there. But
so you have to be inspired. You don't really like to just, like,
can't
paint
be stressed
to paint.
out. Yeah, I can't be. I have to be like, it's an easy day. There's nothing to do. Like, okay, let's go ahead and.
So you always want to be happy when you paint?
I have to be in, like, the zone. Like, there's people that can just do it. And, like, it's easy for them, not me. Like, I have to be in the zone. I have to have music. I have to, like, just be in a vibe. Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting, because some of the artists that, you know, sort of, like, got a lot of fame and stuff, some of the best paintings are when they were stressed out or they were going through, like, maybe some mental health stuff. Like, you know, I'm sure you've read a history about some of those artists where it's just, like, you could kind of see the pain in the artwork.
Yeah, no, I agree. And, like, that's why I sketch, though, because, like, if I'm going through it, I'm just like, let me just draw something, you know? But, like, I don't know, like, I have to really be in the mood to, like, paint. And it just takes a lot of time, you know?
Yeah,
and I've had problems where, like, I start something, and then I just get busy, and I never finish it. And it's just there. And then I'm like, I don't want to paint it anymore. Yeah,
okay. Well, that's cool, though. That's because you're making the connection of your artwork is happiness. So, you know, that's cool that every art piece that's out there from Nat Ramos is, like, connected to happiness.
Yeah.
So you're just putting, like, happy vibes out there, right?
Yeah.
All right. So tell me about Juneteenth on the East. It sounds like it's an outdoor event. Tell me where it's going to go down and maybe some of the activities that are planned.
So it's going to be, it is outdoor, and a couple places are going to be open. But it's just like the whole streets are going to be shut down and stuff. Okay. So it'll be pretty cool. It's on Northeast 23rd.
Awesome. How'd you get involved with the planning? Is that something that you've wanted to do, or is it just because, like, all the exposure from the art shows, they're like, hey, you know, we see a lot of potential in you. We want you to be a part of this.
So it was pretty much JB. Like, he was just like, hey, like, I want you to be part of this committee, blah, blah, blah. Like, And I was like, yeah, like, you know, I wouldn't mind doing something for like the community. You know, I'm not from the east side, I'm from the south side, but like I was still down with it because at the end of the day, I'm going to be like putting time and effort into a community, you know?
Yeah, that's very cool. And then you were talking also, you're planning something for Hispanic Heritage Month.
Yes.
Right?
So me, Jose Scott, and Sharik Cervantes, we're going to be doing Herencia on at the plaza.
Okay.
So that's going to be cool. We're thinking around September 1st. Definitely we're going to have artists there. We're hoping to have lowriders and just things like that. Yeah. So that's a lot of work too, but we're actually really, really excited for that.
Maybe some mariachis,
something
music.
We're still working. We've been planning and meeting, and we have a lot to do. Cool. But you know, at the end, hopefully everything comes together.
Yeah. Have they done that before, or is this going to be the first time that they do it?
So they did a Hispanic heritage like show, like an art show, and I was in that. But this is like a whole event. Like we're hoping to like get some streets shut down type thing.
So you're doing a lot of like behind the scenes planning, right? Like a lot more towards that versus being creative artist painting, right? So is that just kind of just the way that life is kind of taking you? You're just kind of following the flow right now?
I am, and I actually kind of like it a little more, you know, being that like third party, I guess you can say, because, you know, when there's like shows, like the example, like Women of Color, like I knew people that I wanted to get in there, you know, and like, so I would reach out to them personally, like, hey, like I think this would be perfect, and like people would be like, oh my gosh, this would be my first show. Like it just made me feel like really good to like help people.
Cool. And you've been there, right? So you've been in that sort of situation, and so you probably appreciate like, hey, I'm building some opportunities here for people. I see potential, and it's kind of like you're putting everybody on, right? So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's like pretty much the goal, is just kind of open the doors for others.
Awesome. What about concerts? I know last time we were talking about concerts. You know, have you been to any concerts recently?
Yes. So let's see. Did I tell you I saw Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny. I think you were about to go.
Okay,
maybe?
So I saw Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny was so fun in San Antonio, like a vibe.
Tell me about that, because
that
like
was crazy.
The production and everything is so crazy. Everything's over the top.
It was
right?
I mean, it was packed. The news were out, like the helicopters were out there and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it was really, really packed. Let me see.
And people like dress up too.
People
right?
dressed
so
up.
It's like everybody's super fancy.
It was
going,
it was
right?
just fun. It was so fun. It was really like sad when it ended.
Yeah.
Because it was a vibe, but that was cool. The colors were cool. Like just everything. He was a really great performer.
Did you buy the merch?
No. The lines were crazy.
I heard the lines and the prices were crazy too.
It was
right?
crazy. Yeah. I didn't buy any merch. I saw Ari Lennox in Dallas.
Okay.
That one was cool. I like her, but she did take a long time to come out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like waited like 2 hours.
No way.
Yeah.
What happened? Was there like an opening band?
I mean, there was 2 openers, but like even for them to come on took a long time. I don't know, but like maybe I'm like old now, you know. So I was like, I'm tired.
I would have given up 2 hours. That's a long.
That was a long time. Yeah, and then I bought tickets to go see Drake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where at?
Austin.
Yeah. Okay.
Austin.
You've already seen him though. Before,
I saw.
right?
Yeah, I saw him a long time ago when he came here for Club Paradise.
Okay.
Tour. That one was cool. So I'm really excited to see him.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, I guess, what his tour is gonna be like. I don't know if I've seen any like videos.
Yeah, because I don't think they have started yet. Yeah. I think they start this month.
Oh, this month.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's really exciting. I'm gonna go with my sister. Cool. So.
That'll
it was like
cool.
A last minute thing. Like, we were
really?
like, yeah, I was like, well, he's selling more tickets. And she was like, should we go? And I was like, yeah, let's go. And we just got in line and we bought them.
That's awesome. No, I think it's cool. I think I definitely identify with the concerts and everything. I'm always like wanting to go, like, and especially now with TikTok, also the comedy stuff, like Matt Rife, Hannah Burr. Like there's a bunch of like upcoming comedians, and now I'm starting to like get into that.
I saw Dave
too.
Chappelle for my birthday.
Oh, you did?
That was the best gift like ever. Like he's my favorite comedian. Like he's so funny.
It was so they made you put your cell phones all in like this locked pouch, right?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They do lock your phones.
What did you think about that?
I didn't care.
You didn't care?
No, I thought it was fine. It was my first comedy show, so I was like, oh, that's whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's because the Netflix special that Chris Rock did is based off that.
Yeah. So they say that, but then I also wonder if it's also so they can say whatever they want.
Oh yeah.
You know, like with all this like cancel stuff going around, maybe it's just like we're gonna lock everybody's phone and we can say whatever we want, and there's no.
I feel like
no
they have
evidence.
tried to cancel Dave Chappelle.
They have for sure. Maybe he's like untouchable. I don't know.
I don't know. I like him. I think he's
Yeah.
funny. Like he's like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And since I was young too, like.
Yeah, I think with comedy too, you have to like push those limits probably because
Mm-hmm.
otherwise, it's not really comedy, right? Like you can't take everything too serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I enjoyed it. I went to, and I thought even like the opening acts were cool.
Yeah, the opening acts were really cool.
I was impressed with them
But
too.
did you wait outside for a long time?
No.
Oh, dude, we waited outside for a long time. And it was
Really?
cold.
Yeah.
Like
Why'd
an
you have to
hour.
wait?
I don't know, but it was like,
Yeah.
I mean, the line was the first door. The line was like wrapped, like,
Yeah.
I mean, all the way to downtown.
Jeez.
And so we went through like the middle, and then like it just wasn't moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. I think I want to see Matt Rife for sure.
They say his tickets are expensive.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not. I would not pay more
No?
than like $100 for
Really?
him because it's his first. Like
Yeah.
like Dave was like 2 something,
Yeah.
and we had really good like seats. I'm not. Yeah, no.
You're like, no.
Mm-mm.
Ralph Barboza. I want to see.
Oh,
Ralph
he's funny. He's
Barboza.
like HBO stuff now.
Yeah, and then Hannah Bird. I don't know if you've ever seen her,
Mm-hmm.
but she's pretty funny too. I don't know. Now I don't know. TikTok always like is really
Yeah,
good
you run
about
into
the
some-
algorithm, and like you like something, and all of a sudden it's like you get all these upcoming comedians and stuff. That's what's been happening to me.
No, yeah, I watched this lady's special on Amazon. I forgot her name. She's Puerto Rican though, but it's because I saw it on TikTok and she was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was good.
Awesome. That's cool. What about music wise? You there's been some music that's been dropping. Have you been like listening to anything lately? I see a lot of like old school stuff. Usually,
Yeah, I've been listening just kind of like back in my library. I've been listening to a lot of like so random, but I've been listening to like Webby, a lot of Webby.
Yeah, old school stuff, right?
I listened to Bad Bunny's new song. I did like it. And let me think, what else? Oh, Taylor Swift. I've been listening to Taylor Swift.
Really?
She's on tour.
Yeah. Have you seen her before? or
No, but
No?
I wish. I actually really like her. Like, I really, really do.
A big party too, right? Like everybody that goes there, like Brett Favre, all these people, like you see them dancing. Like everybody's like, when you're at a Taylor Swift concert, like everybody forgets about trying to be cool, and everybody's like in the moment, dancing, singing, or whatever.
And
So,
Beyonce's on tour too.
yeah. What do you think about her? Do you think you would enjoy her show, or
I
what?
think I would, but at the time I was just like, I can't do any big spending right now,
Yeah.
you know? But I do like Beyonce. Her tour looks like really cool. And I see that her daughter's like in the tour.
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, that's
I-
cool.
What does she do?
She's like a dancer.
No way.
Yeah, I seen it on
Really?
TikTok. Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's funny.
That's cool. Okay. But no Jay-Z appearance, I'm sure, right?
Oh no, he was there.
Yeah?
I've seen a
Okay.
couple of videos. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think there's also like a lot of upcoming like Hispanic bands. I don't know if you like Frontera. They're about
Oh yeah,
to-
I like them.
they're about to
Beso
come,
Pluma's
right?
really cool.
Yeah.
I think his voice is really unique. I think that's what makes him
Yeah.
stand out.
It's either like you either like dig it
Or you
it's like
hate him.
it. There's like
there's no in between.
right?
Yeah, and I like him. I like his music. I think he's really talented. And I like that. I didn't know he's not even like full Mexican.
Right.
Like he's half. What is
Yeah,
his dad's like?
his dad's like Lebanese, I believe.
Lebanese. Yeah. And I would have never thought.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. His Spanish
Yeah.
is really, really good.
And supposedly he was like really good at soccer.
At soccer,
before,
yeah.
So yeah,
And
it's
I-
an interesting story.
I watched a TikTok and I think he said like his next thing he wants to do is make a song with Drake. And
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was so funny because
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder how that's gonna play out. But then Drake did make a song with Romeo Santos. So
yeah.
and
yeah.
Bad Bunny.
True. I don't know. I could see it happening, but it might just like be something that they try to force just
Yeah.
for the hype. And I don't know if it's going to be good. Because
Yeah.
that's been happening a lot too. It's just like, oh, we're going to put
You didn't
the
like that.
biggest artist.
You didn't like Bad Bunny and what?
I didn't.
Oh my
no.
gosh.
Because if you listen to it,
I like it.
It
It took me
was-
like 2 times to listen to it,
like
and I was like,
you
okay.
could tell it was recorded separately
Mm-hmm.
and that like Frontera didn't even know about it.
I heard that they
Right?
didn't even know.
So there's a rhythm change when like his piece comes on. It's like it wasn't even like a collab. It's just like we're gonna all of a sudden, oh, here's Bad Bunny, everything changes, and then he's out, and then it goes back. Like I think that
liked
song,
it. Dang.
that song would have been super fine with just Frontera, in my opinion.
I liked it. I like Bad Bunny. I know he's like that Kendall stuff, but I
Yeah.
still like his music.
Yeah, there's a lot of memes going around with her being at the concerts and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, right?
Yeah, she's been there.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Do you think it's like love, or you think it's
I
just
think
like
okay, so like not to be like a stalker, but I remember I read that he said he had like an open relationship with that Gabriella girl.
which Gabriella?
That's like supposedly like his girlfriend. And so like I think it's like fine. What bothers me is that I read is that, you know, he made that song Apagón, or
Yeah.
and like that song's kind of about like, you know, the colonization and people going to Puerto Rico right now, and then he's gonna go back and say like, oh, we welcome everybody or something like that.
Right.
And I'm just like, you can't double back. You just can't do that. And then you're with her, and like, didn't she do her tequila brand or whatever?
818.
It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. Well, everybody's doing tequila now. Like everybody's, but I actually have a bottle. I haven't.
Is it good?
I haven't opened it. Everybody, like when I have it, it's like everybody picks Clase Azul.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't drink her stuff.
No?
No. And I watch the Kardashians and stuff, but like, no.
Yeah, I'm sure probably the quality and the resourcing is there, but it's just like the reasoning of why she's doing it it's not right. Probably it's probably more of like, I'm going to do it because there's money here and sort of people doing this, and I want to be in business, right? It's always like about the money. I think.
Oh yeah, always about the money. Yeah.
But their mom is like the best PR person ever. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. When it comes to business, like they're just unstoppable.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, all of them too. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, we were talking before you got here. We were talking sort of about money and does it bring happiness? And you missed that. We had a deep conversation before you got here.
I do not think it does.
Yeah. What I said is that money sort of just amplifies what you already are.
Yeah.
So if you have unlimited money, you're going to just be more of what you already are. What do you think about that?
No, I agree. I think money can make you like have, you know, you get to buy whatever you want, and that's going to like satisfy you. But like, you know, long-term being satisfied, like, no.
Yeah.
You know, like, let's say, I don't know, like, I've been in like both positions where I thought I had like a lot of money, and then I didn't have crap. And then I'm like, when I think about it, when I had a lot of money, I was still kind of feeling like crap, you know? So. Yeah.
And what I was sort of like talking about it amplifies what you are. It's like, if you're a jerk already, then you're going to be a bigger jerk because now all of a sudden you have money and you think you have power and you think you're at a different level than other people, right? So I think it just amplifies. If you are a good person, then you're going to use that money. Of course, you may want to like buy a fancy car,
treat yourself,
a fancy house or whatever. But once you knock all that stuff out, like I think you use your money for who you are, and it amplifies. So if you're a person that enjoys helping people or being creative, I would think that you would use that money for that, you know? So we were having a pretty deep conversation about that because Messi, like he's coming to Miami.
Oh, he's going to Miami. That's crazy.
The contract that he got with like crazy money on the contract, plus he gets sort of stock, right? And then he also gets like streaming off Apple TV, I think. So it's like the craziest deal ever, right? So
I can't believe he did that.
Well,
and I know Barcelona was trying to get him back.
Yeah, well, and also like Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know if maybe his family was like, we don't want to live there.
He said that his wife had something to do with this.
I kind of figured because it was probably like more a family-based decision than a money decision because they were offering him pretty crazy money too.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like he already has so much money, for him to lose some. I don't think that bothers him.
Yeah. Do you think that there's a level to where like you're just bored and you're like, I have all the money, I've bought all the things, like what else is left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone just tweeted that the other day, like a celebrity, and they were just like, I have all the money and I'm still bored.
Yeah.
Who was it? I literally just saw that yesterday.
I think maybe Cardi. Was it Cardi?
Yeah, it was Cardi. Yeah, it was Cardi. Yeah, she said that. And like, I believe that. Like when you have everything, like I think about it also like when they want to buy like somebody a gift who already has money too. Like, what do you get someone that has everything?
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah, I could see that, but I just don't know if I believe that I would be like bored, right? Because I would use that money for helping people or experiences.
But see, they probably do that, but they have someone that does it for them.
Yeah.
You know, like all their assistants and their managers and all that stuff. Like they probably do it, but they like physically don't do it.
Yeah, I could see that. And then I would also want to do something just for the love of it, right? So right now, like I'm trying to do all this creative stuff and I'm having to work my, full-time job and then do this outside of that, right? I think if money didn't matter, then I could just do something for the love of it, just be creative.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't matter.
That's how I feel too.
Right?
Like I'd be like, I would quit my full-time job in a second if I could do.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't have that problem, obviously.
Yeah.
Where like money doesn't matter, but we were just talking about how there's different levels and then maybe the person that you think has everything in life, they have the greatest life, maybe they envy you, right? Because like a celebrity, for example, maybe they envy just being able to walk down the street.
Oh,
or go to a grocery store.
Without paparazzi?
Yeah.
That's brutal. I wouldn't want to be famous. Rich, okay. But famous, like,
Yeah.
no.
All right. So I also see that you're super busy with, planning and stuff like that. But let's talk about the community aspect about that, right? You said you like to rep the South Side. So what do you think are some cool ideas, maybe some potential brainstorming that you've been thinking about? Like, what can we do for the community overall to like maybe bring more art, to the surface, or maybe just cool events in general?
So one thing on my list, like for sure, is I do want to bring in like students, like into some type of thing. Like right now, I'm kind of working on getting like a student or two from like Grant to be in that Head NCL show, to give them exposure, because like if you ask me like when I was in high school, would I see myself doing any of this? Like it'd be no, like never. I never thought I could do any of this. And you tell people you went to like U.S. Grant, you grew up on the South Side, like they think you went to a prison,
right?
Right. So like I think everyone that goes there deserves like a chance and to kind of get their foot in the door.
How do you get that going? Do you have some connections still there?
Yeah, I actually went up to the school. Trying to think, maybe like a week or two ago. Okay. And I just kind of walked in before school. It was like the last day of school, yeah. Okay. And I just kind of walked in, and like the principal, like the assistant principal, she remembered me. And I met with my old art teacher, and then I met with 2 students, and they're like super talented. That's awesome. And they're like juniors, I think. Yeah. And so that's kind of like my idea, is kind of like to give back to like help out like also like the schools, because I loved Grant, like my teachers and all of them, like they were like the most amazing people. I still keep in contact with a lot of my teachers. Really?
Okay, that's cool. And I think also now students have a lot more opportunity to be an artist and sort of like present their art, right? With social media and everything like that. So it's probably different now, right? But there's probably not, I guess, a direct avenue for them to start going to art shows, right? Like, how do you get that going? If you're new to the art scene, how do you get involved in some of those art shows?
You have to literally network. And people think that's like a joke or it's just stupid. It's not. Like, you have to know people, talk to people. I think the first person to like kind of open the doors was like Daisy. She put me in fiestas, and like, it wasn't a gallery, but I was still there to like sell art, and I did sell. And then after that, I kind of like got to meet a couple people, and then just kind of took off, like.
So would you go to like just networking events in general, or did you go to like art shows and then network within the art shows?
I was lucky enough to just kind of know Daisy, and she was like, "Hey, we're doing this." And I was like, I remember I think I messaged Sharik, and I was like, "Are you doing this?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right, let's just go together." Cool. Like, and so we both were there. But Sharik's done many more things, I believe. But that was kind of like my first, publicly showing my art. So that was kind of it. I think people need to, make connections, network, go to things, introduce yourself. Definitely. Because I've had people come up to me like, "Hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. I do this. Like, if you're going to have another show, like, can you take my info down,
That's cool. How do they sort of make that connection? They just follow you on Instagram or something like that?
Yeah, usually it's through like Instagram. I don't have Facebook anymore.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does.
Yeah, I have my Messenger just in case like people do, because I reach out to a couple artists on there, but like it's usually Instagram is like the main thing now.
Cool, that's cool. No, I think there's definitely a lot of opportunities. So I think even just being around art and just going to art shows like that would probably put you in a better place too, right? Like getting to know who's who, and maybe like you start to talk, one thing leads to another, right? Like you kind of have to put yourself out there, which for artists, sometimes they're introverts.
Yeah, right? No, I agree. So, and
it doesn't go together, but it's kind of like package deal, I think.
Yeah, and sometimes you just get that random DM and they're like, "Hey, do you want to be part of this show?" And you're just like, "Yeah, like why not,
Yeah, I guess don't be afraid to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right? Like you may be like, I don't feel like, I'm totally out of place. I don't feel comfortable, but just go.
It's definitely the whole experience is uncomfortable because it's like you're showing art in your mind. You're like, I want to sell it,
Yeah.
But you might not sell it. And then what if people don't like it? Or what if people think you're,
Right.
you know, just the whole like selling art, being in galleries is a very uncomfortable thing. Like I get super anxious every time.
Really?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like I know like I talk a lot and stuff, but like I get so anxious. Like I like, it's just hard to talk about sometimes because I'm like, hi,
Do
look at
people
it.
like go out there and talk to you and they're like, hey, can you tell me about your painting?
Oh my gosh,
What was the inspiration?
Oh, the last one I sold was like, I did like paint this one thing and I sold it and it was at the Woman of Color and it was like, kind of like emotional, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was setting it up with Cordell, who is like one of the owners of Laura Chanel. And he was like, hey, like, you know, I'm reading all the stuff on it. Like, you know, what made you do that? And I was just like, I was just going through it. Like, that was like the easiest way to say it. And he was like, okay. Yeah.
And probably they're expecting something deeper, but sometimes it's
I don't want to, sometimes I'm like, let me just keep it to myself.
Right.
You know,
right.
but that one sold too, but.
Yeah. Let's talk about that a little bit. Maybe we get a little deep and heavy here. You know, we were talking about like mental health and how that's important, right? So did you go through some of that stuff or what?
Yeah, I'm pretty open about like what I've been through and like getting help, you know, like I'm very open that I've had a therapist before.
Yeah.
His name's Alan. He's a really cool guy.
Cool.
I've seen him like a couple times, but I'm really open about it because like I feel like a long time ago, I guess I lost myself, you know, and just went through a lot of crap. And I used to just like not be who I am, like super bubbly, social, going to events, you know. I used to just be like, I don't want to do anything.
So even when you didn't feel like yourself, you were still putting on like this facade of like, I'm still happy sort of thing? Or do you think people would like notice that? I
think people notice, but you know that like SpongeBob episode where Squidward's just like every day.
Yeah.
That's how I felt for years. Like, just kind of like numb, you know?
And it was it just a gradual change or events that happened?
Just events, you know. I had to move back home. I was like broke, you know, I was a new mom, a single mom. And like, that was like the hardest thing to do, you know? And so that like really humbled me, you know?
Bet,
And so I felt like I couldn't snap myself out of that. So I was like, let me contact someone. Like, let me get like professional help, you know?
That's good that you did that because a lot of people, especially in the Hispanic community.
Oh, they look upon it.
Right. They're like, no, like
go to
you're
church.
Crazy. Like just, you know, you'll
clean
be
your
fine,
room.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you want to just stay busy.
No,
whatever,
I'm super
right?
thankful that my mom was not like that. I have people in my family like that, but my mom, like I was super, like she knew what I was going through because my mom was the same. My mom was a single mom, you know, went through a lot of stuff. And I was just like, I need to see someone. And she was very like open about it and like she understood. So I'm really thankful that my mom is not like that. You know, that would have probably made things 10 times worse.
Yeah, that's great to hear. When you're going through stuff like that, you probably don't want to be around people, right?
Mm-mm.
So
and even if you do, you're just doing it for the wrong things. Like I know I would like I would drink a lot.
Yeah.
I would go out and drink a lot, and that like was just like to numb, and that's not like. That's not right, you know, and especially when you come from like a Hispanic like household, you know, like a lot of people who go through that, they like use alcohol as like they're coping when they're really going through stuff.
Yeah, I think what gets me is like sometimes your friend may be going through all that and maybe you don't know because they've been told like, hey, you got to be strong. You can, right? So they put on this act that everything's fine. And then you don't know that they're going through that. So you don't know how to help them. And I don't even know if I did know that someone was going through that, if I would know how to help them, right?
Yeah.
Because they probably don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
They probably don't want to like be around people. I don't know. Maybe you can talk about that. Like, how do you help somebody if they are going through that? I don't know.
I think you really have to just kind of, I learned like sometimes people don't want advice and they just want you to listen. So I feel like sometimes you just need to listen and just be like, hey, like, open up to me. And that's something like I've been doing with my friends, like when they like send me long texts and I can tell they're very upset, I'm like, do you want advice? You just want me to listen.
Okay, so you like lay it out.
Yeah,
like, hey,
and I tell them straight up, like,
you just want me to listen.
You want me to listen? Because sometimes that's just what people want, you know, just listen, like let me vent and let me like, I guess, kind of complain or not really complain, but you know, just open up about issues. And like some people want advice, like, hey, what do you think I should do? Because, you know, imagine if you're just going through it, you send your friend a text and then they send you like, well, you need to do and you're just like, I just
Yeah.
wanted you to tell me like it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like we don't know what to do because we don't have experience, right? So you're probably trying to help. You're probably trying to
I feel
say,
like my thing is like listening, and it's because like that helped me when I had my therapist because he listened and he would give me advice and stuff, but like, I remember I would just like, he'd be like, how are you doing? I'll just bust out tears.
Oh, really?
And just let it all out.
Yeah.
And he would stay quiet until like I was done.
Got
and
it.
it just felt good to have someone like listen.
Was it difficult to open up, or were you kind of like, I'm in a safe zone, I can talk about whatever?
It was pretty easy to open up because I used to like, I worked at a clinic and his office was there. So I always kind of saw him and knew him.
Okay.
And one day I was just like, I think I need to make an appointment with you. And he was like, yeah, of course. And like, like I would see him on a weekly basis. Like, and that's like, you're on tens. Now I see him just kind of like, every 6 months or whatever. But I've really, really gone back to who I used to be.
When would you recommend that people reach out to somebody? It's just like depending, I guess every case is different, right? Like,
yeah, I think every case is different. I felt like I needed to when I feel like it was truly affecting me to even be a good parent. Mm-hmm. Like I was just always sad and upset and had just a lot of negative feelings, and like I was like, this isn't normal, like I shouldn't feel like this, and and nothing's helping, it's been like a year or two, whatever. Yeah. And then that's when I kind of decided like, okay, let me go and talk to someone.
Were you trying to do things to sort of be happier
like paint?
Yeah.
Paint. I would try to paint, try to hang out with people, but I didn't want to. I kind of tried to do everything, and like, I just knew like I needed some type of help. I really needed my confidence to be built up because that was one of the things that I felt like I lacked for a long time.
Yeah. That's good. I'm proud that you did that because it's difficult to like say, hey, I'm going to reach out to somebody. I think that's probably the hardest step.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you have to put your pride aside a little, people look upon it like, and even like with men too, like people like talk about like men shit, I think that's so mean. Like, that stuff is real. Like,
yeah, I mean, as a guy, you have to be strong 24/7. That's
and
what
then
we're
they say
taught.
that about women too. They're like, women, you need to be strong. Like women don't. And I'm like, it's okay for people to like feel things.
Right. We're
like,
human.
We're human. Yeah, we're not robots.
Yeah. No, I get it. But I don't know. Hopefully, it gets better over time. But I think it's just traditionally, you don't talk about your feelings, and everybody expects you to be strong, and everybody's dealing with their own situation. And it's tough, so I don't know. I don't know what other recommendations you can give to people besides, when you feel like you need help, just go get help.
Yeah, if you can. I know like sometimes people don't have insurance and stuff, but there has to be. I know there's like different organizations that probably help and stuff like that. I know like some colleges, if you're like enrolled, they have free like counseling sessions and stuff, but I mean, it'll just take like a Google search. But I was like super grateful that I have like insurance and I could see somebody.
That's cool. No, I'm glad you went and got help, and it sounds like it helped you. Yeah. And you didn't have to do that alone, because I think if you're dealing with that by yourself and keeping it bottled up, it just probably gets worse and worse.
Oh yeah,
right?
definitely. Yeah. Yeah, you have to learn to let go of like a lot of these negative feelings.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Do they sort of give you tools of like how to not go back to that? Like, I don't know. It's tough.
I feel like a lot. I'm not gonna sit here and say like every day is a good day. Some days are like right. I'm having a bad day or this happened, but I feel like you learn to kind of cope with things different. You learn what you like to do when you're like in that situation. Like me, like if I'm just feeling like really down, I watch like my comfort movie, and then I'll probably go to the gym to let out some steam. Yeah. Yeah.
What's the comfort movie?
It's a movie that's gonna make me cry. It's called Fences by Denzel and Viola Davis.
I've never seen that.
Oh my God.
Is it a sad movie?
It's super sad.
And that's the comfort?
Yeah, just because I want to let things out, I want to cry and get it all out, and so I'll do that. But you kind of like learn, like kind of what to do when you're feeling down and stuff. Yeah. So. Okay.
Is that sort of like the recommendation is to go do something that you enjoy?
Take out some steam. Like I think like going to the gym has really been like one of my favorite things. Like not because like now I'm like a little bit skinnier, but just like taking out steam, like, you know, being on the treadmill. And like when I go, like I take pre-workouts, so I feel like I'm training for the NFL. So
That's awesome.
You know, so you just like really just get like your frustration out, definitely.
Yeah. And I think once you make that a routine, it's easy to keep up, right?
Oh, yeah.
But what's happened to me is like I'll go for a while and then something will come up or whatever, and then I don't go. And then you fall off the wagon, and then it's like you're off.
You know, yeah. Like
It's,
I haven't been in
so
like
hard.
like 3 weeks now.
Yeah?
Yeah. But like I know going, like that was one of the most important things, like
Yeah.
trying to get my mind off certain things and just feel better it really worked.
You know, you decided, hey, I'm going to like take my health more serious. I'm going to go for it, or what?
I kind of just wanted to, just kind of wanted to fit in clothes.
Yeah.
But also because I was stressed, you know, so I was like, oh, might as well like kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
And like I like it. I go to like a regular gym. I don't go to like anything fancy. I go to like literally Planet Fitness, like the
Cool.
most basic gym you could go.
Yeah.
It's like what, $10-12 or something like that.
Yeah. And you do cardio, you do weights,
Yeah,
you do
cardio
everything,
and stuff.
or-
I just literally every time I go, it's like random.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have nothing. Like I said, I'm not like a gym freak. Like
Yeah.
people are like, this does that, and I take this. I'm like, dude, I just go pre-workout and like good vibes. Like
Yeah.
in my music, I'm good. Like that's it.
Yeah. What's on the gym playlist?
Usually like Young Dolph.
Oh, yeah.
Like stuff to like hype me up. Nipsey, definitely.
Okay.
Sometimes like Meek Mill, Drake.
Okay.
Yeah, or
Cool.
sometimes like some old cumbias.
At the gym?
Yeah.
Really? How do you get into like sort of in the zone with the cumbias?
I don't know. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, like Juana La Cubana sounds
Yeah.
good right now, and then I just like
While
start.
you're
keep
on
going.
the treadmill or
Yeah,
something?
just like it's a vibe.
I would just probably start dancing.
Yeah, I've
Not
seen
wanting-
someone dance
Yeah.
there one time. It was so funny.
That's awesome. Has that also like pushed you to change your diet? And
No.
because so when I'm on the treadmill and you see like how long it takes to burn the calories versus how easy it is just eating like a random like
No.
cupcake or something.
I literally eat
Like-
the same. Like life is too short to be
Yeah.
like on it. Like and I can't like. I like vegetables and I like salads, you know, but like I still like burgers
Right.
and you know, like I'm still just gonna like treat myself.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, once I start going and like I can't just waste the calories. Like I got to make it worth it because I know on the treadmill it's going to take forever to get rid of this cupcake or this candy bar. Or
I'm
whatever.
I'm really not big on bread.
No?
So I don't really work because it makes me sleepy.
Okay.
Like
So
it-
what's like your sort of guilty, like, hey, I'm going to eat this thing? Is it just like a burger or what?
Yeah, probably a burger or hot wings are like my fave.
Okay. That shouldn't be too bad, I don't think, right? It's
Oh,
protein.
fries.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna get the wings.
True.
Yeah, like that. Or like I like pasta, but it makes me sleepy too.
Okay. So the pasta.
What is it? The carbs that make you
yeah,
sleepy?
Carbs.
Oh, dude, I get like I'm ready for
Yeah.
a nap. Like I think that's what I try to avoid is
Okay.
like bread and like carbs because I literally am like, dude, I'm ready to go to sleep. Like
Yeah. You go in the morning or afternoon or when do you
usually
go?
afternoon or
Afternoon.
night, like you know after work
Okay.
or whatever. So
That's always the hardest part for me too is like either you go in the morning and knock it out or sometimes it's too easy at the end of the day after you get off work it's like you're tired.
if I had the choice, I would go every morning.
Yeah.
But I unfortunately work, so I can't. So
Yeah, it's tough. Back to going to the money, right? If money was no option.
yeah,
you
I'd
could
be at
do
the gym
whatever,
every
right?
morning.
Yeah, have a personal trainer.
At one point, like I was unemployed, and I went to the gym every morning.
Yeah?
Every single day, like,
Nice.
and then like I would come home and like eat a bowl of fruit. I was like literally living like those Instagram people's
Awesome.
life. Like it was nice. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
this
Like,
is
I
what
could
it
get
feels-
used to this,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
get used to this. I'm like, but I need money, so
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Well, talk to me maybe a little about maybe your goals for the year, right? Like, so you're doing a lot of behind the scenes, but have you set any other goals for the rest of the year? This year's flying by.
it is. Yeah, I can't believe we're like in June.
It's like halfway.
Crazy.
So crazy.
The goals are just what I'm finishing right now and doing right now. You know, the herencia thing is a really big goal, and I'm really excited for that. That's like, I think that one's gonna be like, to kind of say like, oh, this is ours, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited, but I think after that, I think I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired. And then holidays come, so,
True.
October, November, December,
Yeah, that's
I just
true.
kind of want to take a little break and
Yeah.
maybe
If
go
I
on
remember,
vacation.
you talked maybe about doing some merch potentially, right?
Yeah, so for Herencia, I think me and Sharika and Jose are going to do some, but it's going to be like limited for sure. Like
Okay.
first come, first serve you can buy. And after that, because have you ever made shirts?
No.
Dude, it's
no.
hard.
Yeah.
I screwed up so many times.
Yeah.
Like my shirt that we made, me and Sharik Herencia, like mine is like the label's off. And I was just like, I messed it up and I was like, I'll just keep it.
Yeah. So you're like physically
Literally
making
like
the shirt?
printing, like
Really?
holding that thing down.
Okay.
Dude, and like it was fun, and we got a lot of like good feedbacks on the shirts, but
Why did you decide to go that route versus just like outsourcing
money.
everything? Money.
It's cheaper to do it
Yeah.
yourself, and it's
But you have to buy the equipment and the supplies.
even with the math and people that
Yeah.
we would ask, like people were trying to rip us off.
Really?
We're not dumb,
Yeah.
So yeah, we just did it ourselves, and we saved some money. I think we made some good amount, but I know this one we're gonna do like limited for sure, just like last
Okay.
time, because it's a lot.
It is. Yeah.
It is a lot of work.
And then you don't want to end with a bunch of supply that you're not able to sell, and you're just stuck with everything. It's inventory, right?
It was really cool though to do that. It was a really good experience, and the shirts were great. And I mean, I see people wear them all the time. So
awesome. Where are people going to be able to get it? Just at the event? Or
I think
is
we're
also
gonna do it at
online?
the event.
At the event?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're still like working out some perks on that. So
Okay, cool. So you're just going to grind it out until you knock out all these events, and then you're just going to
take a little break,
Yeah.
probably go on vacation or something. But
Awesome.
I'm just managing everything, but it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. We were also talking about all the stuff that's going on in New York with the crazy
Okay, so I just saw
fires.
that
Yeah.
yesterday. Like it's
Yeah. I read where it's like the worst air quality in the world right now in New York because of all the fires that are going on in Canada.
I'm
right?
low-key a New York hater.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
I would never even want to vacate because it
No?
seems like a lot of people and they're mean.
Yeah.
The food looks amazing.
Yeah. Everybody always talks about like that's the dream, living in New York.
Not me.
No.
No.
Yeah.
That is not the dream. Like they don't even get to really drive their cars.
Right.
I like to drive my car.
Yeah.
I like listening to music and driving. Like that's just not a life for me. And
Yeah.
rent? Oh
it
man.
is crazy. Yeah.
We
but,
complain.
but think about all the stuff that you have there at your disposal. Food from everywhere in the world. Everything's open probably 24/7. And you can walk probably to a lot of places.
I'm a New York hater.
No?
I'm not for
Yeah.
New York. I don't even know if I would even want a vacation there.
No, it is fun to visit.
Really?
For sure. Yeah, because there's so much to do. Like you could go there for weeks at a time and still not do everything.
It just gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind like LA. I have family that lives there. I want to go there. I've been to Florida. But that's not a place for me right now. No, not with all that stuff going
Yeah.
on. What is it, DeSantis?
Yeah.
Guys, it's crazy.
There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
But I just the people in New York right now, man. I hope everybody stays safe and
What are
you know.
like? They just have to wait it out.
yeah. I think they're recommending everybody to not go outdoors. Basically, if you can avoid it, like don't go.
What about their
because,
bills?
I don't know. I mean,
Dang.
it's probably risky right now. They were
Yeah.
saying like it's kind of like smoking cigarettes right now if you go outside. Like it's so bad for you. The air quality, it's bad.
Everything's still on fire in Canada.
Yeah.
I seen this meme, and it was like they were sending a message to like Canada's Instagram, and they were like, "If you don't get this fire under control, we're gonna kidnap Drake." And I was like, "Wow."
Nice. Yeah. And supposedly, so these fires, I guess they occur naturally sometimes, but they're only supposed to happen maybe like once every like 100 years, once every like 150 years or whatever.
So did we hit the 100 years? Or
no,
what?
no. So now it's like happening more frequently, right?
Oh yeah, it's because
so,
the world's all like.
So it's bad.
Yeah, climate change is real.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely room for improvement, right?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever we're doing, it's not working.
It's definitely they don't seem to really care.
Yeah, it's tough.
Do you believe that's why they're trying to find life on other planets?
I think
Like
so.
to see if it's livable?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
right?
crazy.
Because that's kind of like what Elon Musk has sort of pitched, right? Like if we're a multi-planet species, right, then there's greater possibilities to survive, basically.
Have you seen all those UFOs?
I've seen like videos, but I don't know.
Do you
None of
believe
them,
it?
I don't know. So that's the thing. Like they've put out reports, right? They put out these videos and they just say it's unidentified, right? But the video quality
It's all
is never
trash,
great.
yeah.
It's never great. So it's hard to tell.
That's scary.
What do you think?
I think there has to.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily like aliens from like movies, but there has to be other
Something.
things out there.
Yeah.
Like we cannot be the only thing. You know, we don't even know like all of the ocean. We haven't discovered all of. You know, like we've never went. I think I read like they've never even went down like all the way.
Yeah.
So there has to be like something. It's weird. Like to me, it's just creepy.
Yeah, it's weird to think about, and I don't know. Like if there is something out there, do you think that they would want us to be aware that they're like? I don't know.
Would they take us take over? Like it's crazy.
I don't know. It's tough to think about, but I just haven't seen anything concrete.
Yeah.
Right? Like I've seen these reports, which the reports are weird because now like before that wasn't even a thing.
Like
either,
the reports from like
from the government.
Yeah, I've seen
saying,
those.
like,
I know what you're talking about.
You know, they're like unidentified, right? Like, and it's like they're basically publicizing them more frequent now, but it doesn't really say what they think it is. They just say it's unidentified,
I'll
right?
probably just have to wait to see if they really come. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're like in the future.
We are in the future, which we were also talking about before you got here. We were talking about the new Apple.
I seen that's like $4,000.
The Vision Pro. Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think that's pretty cool. But would I spend $4,000? No.
But what we were talking about is it's going to cause us to be even more disconnected with
definitely.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Right? So now we're just living virtually.
It's crazy.
Right.
I thought the whole metaverse thing was weird.
Yeah.
People like go and work in there.
Yeah.
That's
And
weird.
people are buying real estate.
That's so weird.
It is weird, but I mean, you can't
And
stop it.
I think it looks fun. Like
Yeah.
the games, like that looks cool. But like
Yeah.
I would never be like, all right, let me go to work and then put that on and then go to work. Like
Yeah.
that's weird.
Yeah. And supposedly, so this new Vision Pro, it's kind of like a laptop. So you can do everything that you can.
With your
like-
eyes too,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
It like
that's crazy.
it tracks your eyes, and you can have multiple screens, and it's virtual and augmented too, right? So AR,
Mm-hmm.
to where you can overlay stuff in real life. So I could be looking at you, and maybe in the future it pops up like, hey, this is like Nat. This is her Instagram. She's an artist. Like,
Oh, that's crazy. That's so
yeah.
creepy.
So, you know, stuff like that. I could see beneficial stuff. Like maybe if you're a mechanic, both of your hands are busy, the augmented reality could pop out like, hey, this is this piece.
Mm-hmm.
These are the torque specifications. You can bring up the manual. And then that's kind of cool, right? If you want to watch some training and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's really like good use cases for it. But at the same time, it keeps disconnecting ourselves
Yeah.
from the real life.
Yeah, that's definitely kind of weird.
And I think the next step is going to be Neuralink.
What is that?
So Neuralink is what Elon Musk is working, where it's basically going to be a chip embedded basically in your brain, right?
People
So,
pay for that?
yeah.
I'm not.
And it's almost, it's getting closer and closer to being approved, right? So
Why are we doing that?
So the cool thing and sort of the thing that he's pitching is like, maybe if people have like, you know, sort of disabilities where they can't control their body, right? Something that's within the nervous system that's going to allow them to like gain movement and gain control of their muscles, right? But it's also going to be, I think, it sort of like having the internet at your fingertips, right? Or not even your fingertips, like just like embedded. So
That is crazy.
so I could see how it would be cool, right? If you do have a disability, you know, and that allows you to gain control of your nervous system and be able to move and control your body. I mean, I think that's cool.
Yeah, I could
know.
see that. I mean, that would be like the only use for it, or like people.
No, I mean, just think about like having everything, all the information. Basically, you would be like a genius, right? Potentially down the road, like it would just get better and
Sounds
better.
like a villain movie.
Villain movie.
You know, just having everything. No.
Yeah. Artificial intelligence, all the AI. Have you played with ChatGPT?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah?
I used it for. I needed the summary like on your resumes. So that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I use it for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good for that kind of stuff. Yeah.
It is, but it was like I got it on Apple and it was like I'm on my free trial And then it's like $39 a month.
Yeah.
I'm about to cancel it after 6 days.
I think it's worth it, though. I think it's worth it.
I mean, all I needed it was for that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not good at that. But.
So you didn't like play around with like other stuff, like even being creative. It could give you anything you want. So if you're wanting to brainstorm about ideas, if you're even wanting to like, hey, write me like a caption that's going to go viral, you know, it can give you ideas for everything. So you can find ways to use it left and right.
No, I haven't. I haven't. I might think about it, but it's also kind of just scary.
I don't know if it's scary.
It is. It's weird. Like how they, you know.
I mean, just think about, you can now focus your attention on higher value stuff, right? So all this stuff of like having to research, doing repetitive stuff, like that's basically like your virtual assistant now. And let it do all the dirty work. And then you get to do the cool stuff, the stuff that you enjoy.
And I thought Siri was my assistant, obviously.
You haven't seen anything yet. Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I think you should experiment with it.
I might have to look at it before my trial ends.
Yeah, even for creative stuff. Like, I mean, if you're an artist right now, if you want to write a song, if you are in marketing and you want to write like a pitch deck, like it could help you with everything.
I'll have to mess around with that.
It's all about like how you prompt it. And I think that's going to be a job in the future too, is like a prompt engineer, like whoever can use AI the best. There's probably going to be a lot of demand for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Future.
The future is here. Yeah. Cool. We are getting the signal here that we're running out of time. It flew by like always.
Yeah.
But you already know the door's always open. So, you know, you've got all these art shows. I know you said you're going to unplug. But once, you know, everything goes down, if you want to come back, maybe talk about, you know, all that, the experience that you had there, maybe some cool stuff that came up out of it, you know, you're always welcome back.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Cool. So where can people check you out? I'm going to give you
just my Instagram.
Just Instagram? Yeah. That's it?
Yep, that's
all
it.
All right, cool. We'll put it in the description and people can check you out, follow you. Of course, go support all these cool art shows that you're working on.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, the super talented Nat Ramos on the Maverick Podcast. Keep grinding, because in dreams we trust.